In the summer of 480 BC, a king stood at a narrow pass with just 300 men. Against him, an empire. All that stood between this army and the conquest of Greece was a narrow strip of land just 12 meters wide and 300 Spartans. This is the story of the Battle of Thermopylae. To understand why thousands of Greeks faced certain death at this pass, we need to go back 10 years earlier. In 490 BC, the Persian Empire attempted to invade Greece for the first time. King Darius wanted to punish Athens and Sparta for supporting a rebellion in Greek cities under Persian rule. The Persians were defeated at the Battle of Marathon. The Greek victory shocked the world. Darius died in 486 BC, leaving the invasion to his son, Xerxes. For 4 years, Xerxes prepared. He built bridges across the Hellespont. He gathered soldiers from across his vast empire, from Egypt to India. Modern historians estimate his army at 120,000 to 250,000 soldiers. In the summer of 480 BC, Xerxes crossed into Greece. Greek city-states faced a choice: submit or fight. Many submitted, but Athens and Sparta refused. Sparta, the greatest military power in Greece, chose their king, Leonidas. To understand the Spartans at Thermopylae, you need to understand who they were. Sparta was not like other Greek cities. From age 7, boys were taken from their families and entered the agoge, a brutal military training program. They learned to fight, to endure pain, to never surrender. A Spartan boy's worth was measured by his courage in battle. Spartan soldiers were the elite warriors of the ancient world. Clad in bronze armor, holding shields and spears, they fought in the phalanx, a formation that made them nearly unstoppable. Leonidas was king. He had a wife named Gorgo, a woman famous for her sharp wit. When someone asked why Spartan women were the only ones who could rule men, she responded, "Because we are the only ones who give birth to men." Before leaving for Thermopylae, Leonidas selected exactly 300 warriors. These were men who had sons, ensuring their family line would continue. They marched north to meet the Persian giant. Thermopylae means hot gates. The name came from nearby sulfur springs that sent steam into the air. The pass was narrow, just 12 to 15 meters at its narrowest. A single phalanx could hold it against any army. When Xerxes arrived with his massive army, he couldn't believe what he saw. Just 7,000 Greeks, including only 300 Spartans, awaited him. According to the historian Herodotus, Xerxes waited 4 days for the Greeks to disperse. They didn't. He sent his Medes forward on the first day. The Persians attacked, but the narrow pass favored the Greeks. Their spears pierced the attacking waves. The Persians fell back, again and again. By the end of the first day, the Persians had suffered massive losses. The Greeks held. Day 2. Xerxes sent his elite unit, the Immortals, 10,000 of Persia's finest warriors. They too broke against the Greek wall of shields. The Greeks had won 2 days, but they were running out of strength. And then, on the 3rd day, everything changed. A Greek named Ephialtes had a choice to make. Xerxes offered gold. All Ephialtes had to do was show the Persians a way around the pass. He chose greed. The Oenopian Trail wound over Mount Oida. It led behind the Greek position. The Persians had found a way around. The Phocians guarding the trail were caught by surprise. They alerted Leonidas. Leonidas had a decision to make. He could retreat, save his men, live to fight another day, or he could stay. He chose to stay. As the Persian forces closed in from both sides, Leonidas knew the end was near. Most of the Greek allies retreated. They would fight another day. But about 2,000 men stayed. 300 Spartans, 700 Thespians, 400 Thebans, and others. They had been given a choice. Stay and die. Leave and live. They chose to stay. Xerxes sent a herald one last time. "Lay down your arms." Leonidas replied with 3 words that would live forever. "Come and take them." The final battle began. Herodotus wrote that the Greeks fought with desperate fury. They had nothing left to lose. Leonidas fell. The great king died defending his position. One by one, the Spartans fell. Of the approximately 2,000 Greeks who stayed, nearly all died. The Persians had won, but at a terrible cost. Their casualties, 20,000 to 30,000. It was a Pyrrhic victory. The battle was lost. But the war was not over. 1 month later, the Greeks won at Salamis. A year later, at Plataea, the Persian invasion was finally defeated. Xerxes never returned to Greece. A poet named Simonides wrote an epitaph for the fallen. "Stranger, go tell the Spartans that we lie here, obedient to their laws." In 1955, a bronze statue was erected at Thermopylae. It shows Leonidas with spear and shield. The inscription reads, "Come and take them." Today, the pass is much wider than it was in 480 BC. The coastline has changed, but the story remains. The 300 Spartans became a symbol of courage, of sacrifice, of standing against impossible odds. They didn't win the battle, but they changed everything.